So, what happened? What do you mean, Ruby? Like, what happened? You, Anime Mothra, and Exif seem to be very close. What made Anime Ghidorah became so evil? Well, for the first few years of us being the gods of Kaiju, we kept the balance. Me and Anime Mothra became loved and respected. While Exif became feared and hated because he was the devil of the Kaiju. And over time, this continued. And when I discovered the surface world, I decided to go check it out. And when I went to the surface world, I saw that, well, on land it was pretty lifeless. But the seas were full of life. When I told, well, the majority of the monsters to go and had to relocate to the surface, the rest chose to stay in Hollow Earth. And I did my best to make Exegidor to become a little less feared and hated. But nothing seemed to work. This continued for about 100 million years. But when mankind started to show up, Anime Mothra and I, along with Exif we met two fellow gods, the god of light and the god of darkness. And apparently, we became close friends with them. They told us that they are the ones to judge mankind and to give them advice, wisdom, and all that stuff. This went on for quite a while. But one day I invited the god of light and darkness over to my territory. And the Skullcrawler came. She was losing her child of a deadly disease that happened. She told me that she lost the majority of her friends and family. And, well, she was the only one who was immune, but her children didn't prove to be immune. So she asked me to bring her a few of her family members back. Of course, I did so, but this got the god of light and darkness' attention. They ended up telling me that I should just let this happen and just let the Skullclaw find someone else. And of course, I refused, and I told them that the kaiju are not their subjects, they're mine. And of course, a battle broke out between me and the God of Light and Darkness. I ended up gaining the upper hand. Eventually, I ended up winning the fight. But Anime Mothra came and broke up the fight before the God of Light and Darkness could continue. She told us that we each have our own subjects, our own kingdoms to rule. So why not just respect each other in our own ways to rule our kingdoms and how we treat our own subjects? And we agreed to. But a few months later, the God of Light and Darkness apologized for their actions. And I accepted their apology. But as mankind continued to live, and more kaiju ended up being born, this continued to make Anime Ghidorah a little angry because not a single monster loved or respected him, no matter what he did. I even ended up trying my best to help him out, but nothing seemed to work. But aren't you like the god of the monsters? Shouldn't you tell them? Start caring and respecting your friend? I can't force them to do anything. It's their own decision. Anime Ghidorah never wanted to become a devil. All he wanted was to become a fellow god that's loved and respected. But one day, the little Salem incident happened. And it was at this moment that Anime Ghidorah saw the God of Light and Darkness's true powers. He saw what they were capable of. They made Salem immortal and had the ability to resurrect her to person and just send him back to death. Just like that. And it was here he became obsessed with their powers. It was there, and then he became obsessed with their powers. He never really figured out where they were living. So, one day, when Salem tried to kill herself so that way she can be with Osmino again in heaven, she met Exif Ghidorah. He told her that he can help her get her revenge on the God of Light and Darkness. But as long as she told him where to find them. Wait, why didn't Exif Ghidorah just started flying around and started looking for them? Well, he was actually living in the Hollow Earth at that time. And I was there, and then he chose to come out from the Hollow Earth for the first time. And, of course, Salem told Anime Ghidorah where to find I mean, the god of light and darkness. And just like that, he told her to start corrupting the minds of the other kingdoms and told them a lie. So it was him who told Salem about it? Yeah, eventually, Salem just wanted to sit in a cave and be alone for the rest of her life. Since she was immortal, she could never die. So she just intended to sit in a cave and just just live in there for the rest of her life. And with the help of Salem, Ghidorah found the god of light and darkness's base. And immediately started to challenge the two. Of course, the god of light and darkness were no match for Ghidorah. He was just too powerful for them. Luckily, a skullcrawler nearby saw the whole thing and went down onto the hollow earth and reported everything to me. I grew angry about this and I made my way out of the hollow earth. Once when I got there, Ghidorah was about to consume their powers. Luckily, I stopped him. Then and there was when the great battle began. And I'm pretty sure the other half you know. The god of darkness used the magic that he gave to the humans and just Thanos them. All except for Salem was alive. At the same time, they were watching the fight between me and Ghidorah. They were hoping I could win. But when I almost died, Enemy Mothra came, gave me the powers that I needed, and just like that, I banished my old friend from this universe. I banished him, sending him to a universe where he can never harm anyone ever again. At that time, he started showing his true powers, didn't he? You're correct, Godzilla Jr. It was then and there my own friend started to show his true colors. Therefore, he really did become the devil of the kaiju. After my fight with Ghidorah, the god of light and darkness told me that they intended to leave this universe just in case if Ghidorah ever returned.